Now, the average fixed rate on a mortgage is what? 30 years, right?
Yeah.
2010, 2015, what's the big conversation that's happening in America in black neighborhoods? Gentrification. Just so happened it was 30 years later. Just so happened over the timeline of the average fixed rate mortgage, 30 years, from the time crack popped off to 30 years later, now they're coming and buying up all the property. When remember I told them young niggas this other night, when we was out there music heads, when you got the money, you got the time. Broke people live day to day. Sometimes they live hour to hour, depending on what your situation is. If you looking for money for the rent, you live hour to hour. Shit, really minute to minute. But if you got the money and your goal and your objective is to destroy immunity, you got 30 years. I already know how it's gonna play out. Cause I can sign contracts. And then we talk about further alienating gifted people. Now, if you're in an environment like this, and your son is a whiz, your daughter's a whiz, or they're gifted athletically, the disdain that you're gonna have for what's going on outside is gonna be paramount, because you don't want to ever be involved in that. So this is where we start getting gifted black kids taking their talents outside of their neighborhood. Private schools for basketball, private schools for football, private schools for education. The quality of education in your neighborhood is no longer valued. We know that education is based on property value. Well, the property value is shit now. Therefore, the value of education is shit, and I have to send them over there with them white folk. And you subject them to racism, ostracization, but then also like a survivor's guilt. But you also alienate them to the place where, hey, I was smart. My mom sent me to a white school, and I've been around all these white people my whole life. And my teachers are white, and my friends is white. So yeah, my spouse is white. And just so happens I'm better than the rest of you niggas. That's a fair mentality to have, given the situation. It ain't right. It ain't the right mentality. But I can understand how it happens. Because you have to alienate the gifted people. You have to ostracize them. No, you gotta make it out. You gotta make it out. You live in dystopia. You live in a war zone. You have to make it out. You can run that football. We gotta make sure you make it out. Some virtuous drug dealer, hey, he's off limits. He run 4240. He's off limits. Alienating gifted people. Misplacing children, like I talked.